Hey Shooby Doodlers, how are you doing? Well, I am today. I'm going to be doing a drawing of Stella, who is the heroine of my new book that is out on March the 14th. Click down in the description box and you will find links to Amazon where you can pre-order the book so you don't have to wait like everybody else, and you can have it probably delivered on the day of publication, I think. I don't know, that's what they intend to do anyway, I think. So so this is Stella, and she is a kind of cock-a-poodle-doo, and I'm just kind of thinking about, hang on, yeah, so I've done her before, I know, in black and white, but today I'm doing her in colour because I am launching a Kickstarter next week. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a book with 100 dogs in, and your dog could be one of those. And so so I'm doing this for the kind of Kickstarter video that I'm going to be doing, and I thought I'd sort of share this and tell you what I'm up to. So to draw Stella, I'm going to start off kind of like this. And so, yeah, so people will send me in photos of their beloved pooch, and I will do kind of cartoon versions of them. Like that. And I'm going to make a book with all these dogs in. But the actual idea is to, the idea came from when I wanted to make a poster for Walker. And I thought, oh, I'm going to have to go and Google 100 dogs for this poster. And then I thought, wait a minute, maybe people would like to have their dog on the poster. And I thought, poster isn't kind of enough somehow. And I thought, I'll make a book. And so this kind of project grew, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. Launching on Wednesday. I think I'll probably be doing it. I'll probably be doing it live. I think I'm going to do a live launch on YouTube here, so you can kind of ask me questions about it and stuff. And right, so then let me think. I'm just kind of busking this a bit as I'm going along, so it's going to kind of go like that, and then I'm going to want her tail out here somewhere like that. And so she's a kind of cock-a-poodle-doo. I know what the cocker and the poodle bit is, so there's cocker spaniel and poodle, but I haven't quite worked out what the do is, so I'm assuming that's Doberman or something. So she's got a little bit of Doberman somewhere in the background. And I've become very fond of her as a character because obviously it's Walker the boy who can talk to dogs, so that she definitely has a personality because they talk to each other, and so I've had to create her personality, and in doing so I've kind of become really quite fond of her. So I'm getting my brush nice and clean, and basically she's kind of Naples yellow, pale, I think is this colour. And I'm just going to kind of flood. I'm going to flood her in this colour as a kind of a base coat. I'm going to just leave those pores a little bit at the ends. And I'll just come around there and there, and just come down there, and then that's the wrong kind of pink there, so I'm going to give her little pink paws at the ends there, and she needs a little pink tongue and lips, and then maybe just a little bit of kind of something in her cheeks, a little bit of colour in her cheeks. Of course the dog doesn't do that, but it's just to show that she's been running and she's excited. So then we need to add a little bit of extra depth, and this is going to be with oh, what's that start? What's that colour? Ochre, yellow ochre. So I'm just kind of building on I'm just sort of building on the Naples yellow, just to kind of then add some kind of, I suppose, modelling, three-dimensionalness about the whole thing. And we're going to want a little bit down there. I think maybe a bit more on the ears there, like that. And I'm not sure we actually need much more than that. So I'm going to get a bit of green. Going to mix that green in with the ochre, I think, and maybe a little dab of yellow. And that will hopefully give us a kind of a sympathetic-y, grassy kind of green. I know you can get colours straight out of the the tube or the pan. These are called pans, these watercolours. So you can, these are half pans actually, so you can get colours straight out of it there, but they never quite look right. You always sort of really seem to need to mix a little bit one colour with another to get a more natural colour, I suppose. Yeah. So now I'm going to add a bit more shade in around underneath there, and maybe in there, and maybe a bit down there, and in the tail, and just a little bit of a waggle in there. Oh, now I've done it, so now I'm going to have to take that round and over. Now I've dried that with my hair dryer, because watercolour is all about layers, and so I'm just going to put a little bit of sort of shade in underneath there. So you can do layers, you know, sort of one layer while it's wet. You can drop more colour into it, but then that's just going to fade all into one layer. Once it's dry, then you can sort of put another layer of colour over the top. And I think I need just a little bit more around the back there. So I'm just going to sort of flick out in a kind of hairy kind of way, and then maybe a bit more there, and maybe a bit more. And probably we need that to be a bit darker. I'm thinking that we might need to have a bit of sort of shade on the grass as well, so I'm just going to add that in there like that. Oh, so we move that more around that way. And colour, I haven't really decided on what colour she should have, but I suppose it's going to be a kind of browny red, isn't it? Kind of colour like that. And I think we want it to be sort of darker up there, and probably darker around there like that. Just want to make that tongue a little bit pinker there, I think there. And then I'm getting some blue, and I really want this to be quite wet and thin, so the more water you add, the thinner the colour. And I'm just going to add a little bit of, that's just a bit too much, I need a bit more, a bit of blue there, a little bit of blue, and then I think we need a bit of more sort of shadow on the tongue in there like that, a bit like that. I could maybe then put a few little kind of wiggle waggles. I know cartoonists have a word for those, but I can't remember what they are. And there we go, this is the sort of thing that I will be doing for people in their books, and then I will kind of put it in a frame, and then of course I will also sign it. So I'm going to put Stella and Shoo Rayner 2019. That's what I'll be doing, but then this image will then go into a book and onto a poster, and we'll have videos and all sorts of stuff like that happening. So tune in next Wednesday as I launch my Kickstarter live. Click down here and make sure that you are subscribed to the Shoo Rayner drawing channel. I keep coming back with lots more videos every week. And in the meantime, keep drawing, drawing, drawing. Practice, practice, practice. And I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.